Charles Denveria Torres, and today I'm going to present to you my midterm exam advanced to do application. So the requirements are to use AngularJS, use Tailwind CSS, use ExpressJS, and use Prisma ARM. Instructions include create a to-do application that can save its list to the database. The expected behaviors. Modify your Prisma schema so that there is a database object that takes and contains an ID, an owner, and an array of items. Adjust your Express app accordingly. There should be a temporary list. This can disappear when refreshing the page. And if the user does not click save, the list will not enter the database. And on the front end, you should display the to-do list by owner. So to demonstrate, we have here. So we will create a new owner. Sample is Charles. Submit. Then we need to refresh the page. Then we have there Charles. So here we add a new task. So school, and this will go to our unsaved task. So this is the array that when refreshed will be deleted or emptied. So if I refresh and go back to Charles, the unsaved task will begin and we will need to create new task. So if we add again the school, submit, it will show in the unsaved task, and if we click save, it will be saved to the database. If we refresh, go back to owner. So here we have the save task school, and since we refresh the page, the unsaved tasks are emptied. So now if we create another account, so Denver, submit, and refresh page, it's here Denver. So if we click add new task and camping and submit, it will show in the unsaved task but will not show in the other accounts. So if we add here tracking, so we expect that this tracking will not be displayed in our Denver. So we see here that this not displayed but only camping. So if we save this and refresh the page, we can see that the camping is now in our database, and that is for the expected behaviors. And I added an update where we can update our name and also delete account. So if we delete an account, the items associated with our owner will also be deleted. Delete account, so the owner will be deleted, and if we go to Charles, the camping task will not be seen because it's deleted. Now I will be presenting to you my HTML. So we have here our dashboard like div and the selecting owner div. So first I will be discussing the selecting owner. So this will appear on page load. So it's like a sign in like type. So we have here select owner, the select which we will be selecting owner that are stored in our database. So if we select that, we will get the owner name to be displayed in the dashboard like type. So we have here the create owner, which will create a new owner and push it directly to our database. And after we create, the created owner will be shown here also in our select or the options. So next is the create dashboard like. So we have here the container, the whole dashboard like type. We have sidebar, the save task, form add task, and save task and update on. So our sidebar contains the links and model functions that will show the different types, the different divs that we want to show DB data, show list data, open model, show profile. Show DB data in refers to save task, show list data refers to unsaved task, Open modal refers to the form, add task, and show profile refers to the update owner. So next is the save task, which we will be showing all the items that are in our database. So here we can also update and also delete. And if there's empty or there's nothing in our database, so it will just display no save task. So next is the format task, which is where we can put new task and push it to the list or unsaved task. So next is the unsaved task. So this will show all the items we have pushed to our list. So these are unsaved tasks, which we have the choice either to save them to our database or not. And also if there's none, they will show no unsaved tasks yet. And lastly, the owner update. So we will be getting the owner name. We have here the choices to either update our account or delete our account. That is for my HTML to-do site. I will now be explaining to you my to-do component that is TS, which includes all my component functions in my HTML. So we have here three lists. So to-do list, div list, and owner DB. So to-do list is for unsaved tasks, div list is for the saved tasks, and owner DB is for the owner list. So an initialization, we get all the data of items and we all get the owner. So show model function for hiding, displaying, and creating tasks. We have here also close owner form. We have here the function for hiding, displaying div for saving task to DB. We have the function for hiding, displaying list of unsaved data. We have function for hiding, displaying owner form. We have function for hiding and displaying creating tasks. So here we have here the handles for inputs in form. So we're getting for to do we're getting the owner and the task, and for the owner we are just only getting the name. So we have here a new owner item list, which will be getting the item that are associated with the owner ID. Next is we have here the function to get owner ID by ID and to show tasks associated with the owner. So I have here we call the owner items. We have here event target where we're getting the ID. So we have here accounts owner, which we filtered or find the owner ID based on the owner ID, and filtered array we'll be getting the owner based on also the owner ID. So next is to get item data. So this is from initialization and owner items any. So we will be filtering the data from this to do. So we will be getting item owner is equals to this item owner ID. So we have to close the dashboard like div and go back to selecting owner. We have here the push item to list, getting the task value, and we have here our owner ID, which we get from selecting the owner. And we have set and go. We have also push all data in to-do list to database. So we will push all the data that are in the to-do list that are at safe. We push selected data to this. So we have the option to just push one data to our database. So update selected to do. Create new list for taking new values and owner, but the owner value here will be the owner ID. So we will get new values every input to be used in updating. And we have here update item using ID, delete item by ID, the create owner, getting only the name, the new name, and then it is for getting new values by using updating owner, uh, to show you profile to be able to update and update owner account, then delete user task associated with owner ID, then we call that function called delete as inside so that two processes will be done in one function. So that is for my to-do component.ts. Now for our services. So services are for me is where we create routes, dynamic routes that we can use to our to-do component so that we can easily just call or display any function that we want to call from our backend. So we have here get all data from DB, push all data in this array to DB, uh, push only selected data in the array to DB, update selected to do, delete by ID, create owner, update owner, delete tasks associated with owner ID, and retrieve owners. So these routers makes are dynamic, so we can just put a string that will satisfy our parameter so that it can read it and show what we have uh, requested. So this is for my service side. Now we are going to our backend. So I will discuss first the controller. So the controllers includes the functions of our CRUD. So here we have the create new owner, request name, the retrieve all data. So this controller is for our owner. So this is for update owner request ID and name. So on delete owner by ID. Then we put it in a list so that we will be able to export it and call it into our routes. So next is the to do control. So we have here retrieve all items. So this is for our item controller. Get all data, push all unsaved data to database, push only selected item to database, update to do, update items, and delete to do by ID. And also we have delete items associated with our owner ID. Then we put it in a list for export. Now we will go for to our routes. So this is the routes for owner. So we have here when we use route. So router.route create owner display. We have the create, retrieve, update, and delete. Now for that to do, we have to create. So this first create is for pushing all items to DB. Second is for pushing only selected. So we have here also the retrieve, update. We also have to delete routes. So for deleting an item and deleting the item associated with the owner. And we go to our index.ts. So we have here called here our to-do router and our owner. So we will also win. This is my database URL for MongoDB. And lastly, our schema Prisma. So this is for my model. So we have here the ID, owner, and task, and we have here the model owner. So we only be getting, or we have only ID and the name. So to sum up, our advanced to do application midterm exam is where we practice getting a item, pushing it to a list, but that list, the data inside it can be deleted if the page reloads. So we have here there the choice to save it to database if it's needed, so that the owner can see it even if the page reloads. So thank you for listening and watching.